What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. We up in here. We back. You dig? What's up? What up to my party people? Kamal was the first one in here. Let's get it. Smash the like button. Absolutely. My man says Supernova. I would watch it if they fought. Ray Smith. Shout out to Ego. Ego's Army. Let's do this. Salute to all. P. Ollie. He just put the thumbs up. My guy. Peso Studios. What's up? T.O. is straight up delusional if he thinks he has a shot against Bud, but would love to see the fight. But why would you want to see the fight if he's delusional? That don't make sense. F it, sit down somewhere, T.O. Mr. Retirement. Boxer Ego got to use the unpack intro more, even if it ain't an unpack nothing. If he ain't unpack nothing, the song is too fire. I try to tell y'all, coming to you live. We unpack. C. Billups, what's up? Bud's resume is suspect. He only has a few credible names on there, period. Daquandre, what's up? Yeah, get in here, smash the like button. Hey, today was low-key kind of crazy. There's a lot going on, a lot of little just random stuff going on in the world. Listen, I had some technical difficulties, right? I didn't know if I was about to be able to start the show at the right time because of that. So, what does the audio sound like on a scale of 0 to 10? I was almost late. On a scale of 0 to 10, how we sounding with the audio? Let's go. The best in the business, absolutely. And it's not even close. First things first, the clarity, the volume. What are we sounding like right now with the audio? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Check, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, baby. Check. It's called the Rump Shaker. What do we sound like? My man said 10, 10, good, 10. We straight. Does the volume need to go up or down? Man, like I said, we almost was late today. Yo, testing 1, 2, 3, 4. What up? Yo, testing 1, 2, 3, 4. What up? Okay. What's good, Ego? Straight from Dallas. The audio sounds good. What's up? Shout out to my people in Dallas. It's Dallas. It's EJ City. Dallas. I'm in Dallas in the palace where the Mavericks is from. Hey, whose bars is that? I'm gonna see who knows they hip hop, because I know some of y'all don't know y'all hip hop. Who said that? What rapper said that? I'm out in Dallas in the palace where the Mavericks is from. Let me see who knows their music. See, y'all don't know. Man, I knew y'all didn't. Y'all don't know hip hop. And it's sad. Y'all don't know that one? No Filter, what's up? Y'all don't know y'all hip hop? Hey, Mystery Machines, my guy, what's up? Virgil 236 Mafia. What is that? Huh? Hey, shout out to okay, my boy Monk. Finally. Shout out to my boy Monk. He got it. Oh, Daquandre. Yeah, okay. Finally. See, notice the ego, the regulars, they be knowing what they talking about. That's Lloyd Banks. I'm out in Dallas in the y'all remember? I'm out in Dallas in the palace where the Mavericks is from. Come on, bro. G Unit. Y'all know. Come on, bro. Y'all know Banks. BANK Banks. I got a new toy that'll burn a hater and put a red dot in his eye like the Terminator. Come on, y'all know Banks. Man, the Punchline King, PLK. Y'all know music, bro. Who's the hottest new artist under 30 years old? Trash. Listen, name an artist under 30 that ain't trash, that does hip hop music. Under 30. Don't tell me J. Cole or somebody over 30. Your impressions be on point because I'm the new Banks. Acid out the baggy, this is more than dope. Flawless flow, fucking off a sign, every horoscope and warm a row. Strapped out the corner coat. Bro, I'm the new Banks. Let's get it. King of impressions. Let's get it. Name a rapper who's under 30 that ain't trash. He said, I got rings like Mike Bird magic in them. Yeah. Facts. Bro, oh my gosh. Y'all too young. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know good music. Bro, that man said, I got rings like Mike Bird magic in them. And see, Banks, he's really a boxing head too. Because if you listen, he was like punches like the Klitschko. Bro, he said he punched like the Klitschkos. Let's get it. That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't know. Listen, I know the rappers. I know the rappers that like boxing because they put boxing in the bars. Like Lil Wayne. He said something like, I box you like Oscar De La Hoya. Shout out to Wade. Bro, he's like, what is that? Oh my gosh, what is that Lil Wayne where he said, Diego Corrales. Oh my gosh, what is y'all? I gotta look this up. Oscar, he said, I'm macho like Randy Savage. I box you like I'm Oscar De La Hoya or Diego Corrales. Nigga, keep jabbing. Hold on, let me get the bars. Hold on. Listen, smash the like button. I gotta listen to this again. He said, I swear I'm a savage like Lil Webby and Randy, Oscar De La Hoya, boxing like a casket, or Diego Corrales. Nigga, keep jabbing. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Lil Wayne. That's that Carter 3. You don't know about that Carter 3? This is the Carter, man. He said, the boy said, I swear I'm a savage like Lil Webby and Randy, Oscar De La Hoya, boxing like a casket, or Diego Corrales. Nigga, keep jabbing. Shout out to Lil Weezy, Lil Louisiana. So Teofimo, he jumped off the stoop. The man jumped off the porch. Hey, boxing been low key kind of lit today. There's been a lot of like just little randomness. And Teofimo, hey, I go front. Teofimo kind of funny though. Teofimo kind of funny. My man said Banks is legendary. Absolutely. Teofimo kind of funny. The man said, "How am I racist? I'm basically a black fighter or something like that." Um, what do you think of Virgil Ortiz, Tim Zoo? Love it. I want to see that or Tim Zoo versus Crawford. That's what I want to see. Unfortunately, I found out I have stage 4 cancer. What? Oh my gosh. Man, everybody put your prayer hands up for my man, Mystery Machines, Business Brain. Man, Yeah, I had no idea, man. Been going through the chemo, yeah. Yeah, everybody put your prayer emojis. My boy went through that too recently. Yeah, we wanna wish you a speedy recovery, bro. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Yeah, that threw me off. That's Ego's Army. Yeah, we with you. Shout out to Mystery Machines. Yeah, we definitely with you. We rocking. Just keep us updated. So Teofimo Lopez, I mean, he did a recent interview with Michelle Joy Phelps, and he like really jumped off the stoop. Teofimo Lopez had a lot to say. He randomly like attacked Terence Crawford, not in the same weight class, and he got at Terence Crawford, and he said basically Terence Crawford always fight a handicapped fighter. Mystery Machines, you already know it's love over here. You got my number. Yeah. So Teofimo, I mean, I don't know why he win at Crawford. I really don't get that. I don't know why he just randomly went at him, but now the cat's out the bag. He opened up that can of worms. Uh, I mean, the same thing. Listen, the same thing for Crawford. Crawford don't like criticism. That's obvious. His fans don't like when he's criticized. He's a great fighter, but his resume is kind of suspect. Crawford has no one to blame but himself, to be honest. Listen, let's get it all the way cracking. Who disagrees with that? Who on rump with the big dog? Crawford has no one to blame but himself. I'm talking about like the perception of Crawford's resume. Like, yes, he beat Errol Spence, but that's one very solid fight. But I'm just talking about the resume. Like, I mean, Tio didn't really reinvent the wheel. Like people said the same thing about Teofimo. Terrence Crawford resume fighting guys with vulnerabilities and ailments and injuries and handicaps and stuff like that. So I mean, that part's not nothing new. Now I will say this: Tio keep talking about fighting Terence Crawford. I don't know about all that because you have no experience at 47. George Kambosos whooped you. You never avenged that. I don't know how you would fare with a guy like Crawford in the ring. My man said, "T.O. about to hold on. T.O. about to smoke the bud pack. Time to retire Crawford." That's what you think would happen if they fought? T.O. beat Prime Loma. Yeah, but Prime Loma is 135 pounds. Crawford ain't no 135 pounds. Like, that's not really a good comparison. What does Loma got to do with Crawford's career? Alfredo says, like Canelo said, you only beat one good fighter, baby. Hey, y'all be going in. Hold on. I'm trying to understand this. Do y'all want to see Crawford versus Teofimo? Nope. Lomachenko had shoulder surgery days after the fight. He said he was injured. We keep them light skins in the back of the out of the sun. Oh wow. Tell Bud to send the contract. All right. I don't get in the way of fights. Make the fight then. I'll watch. Hey, I would say this. I would pay for that fight. I would pay for T.O. and Terence Crawford. I have no problem paying for that. But listen, my thing is this, like Bud's resume is kind of light. It's that simple. He beat Errol Spence, but other than that, like, see, this is the thing. Bud, like I said, he has himself to blame because Bud Crawford stayed with Top Rank, and they didn't really have the names. that would bolster his career. That's your fault. You stayed with them for as long as you did, and we all knew what it was. You couldn't get the fights that you wanted for whatever reason, and now Crawford sound bitter about it. Like, "Oh, man, I might give y'all one more fight because y'all don't respect boxing." Bro, people respect boxing, but your resume is not stacked. Danny Garcia got a man, somebody prove me wrong. Tell me Danny Garcia don't got a better resume than Crawford. So please listen, let's have the debate. Listen, I'm gonna give it to you how you want it. Danny Garcia, you look at his age and resume, roughly around the same age as Crawford and Terence Crawford. Somebody explain to me how Crawford resume is SHIT on Danny Garcia's resume. I would love to have the conversation because I don't say a bunch of cap. Y'all be capping. Danny got a better resume than Crawford. For real, for real. Okay. My man says, how does Danny Garcia have a better resume and he didn't beat those people? So now, okay, so hold on. So now the resume is only indicative of who you beat. So you don't like you fighting a person has no bearing. Like that doesn't mean anything. Somebody explain how that works. So because you fought someone that came up short, that now means that you don't have a good resume. We going resume for resume. So you put places you failed and got fired on your resume. What? So what are you talking about? You put places you failed. I don't first of all, I never got fired and failed, so I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? So that sounds like a broke muff right there. You must get fired a lot. The fact that you even said that. You must get constantly fired to the point where your resume is full of people Xing you out and giving you the axe. Hey, my man Marcus is back. I told you I fixed fix your stuff. So you right then and there, you're not on my level. First of all, I'm my own boss, so ain't nobody firing me. Who gonna fire me? Me? I'm gonna look in the mirror. You're out of here, kid. You're fired. I'm my own boss, and it's been that way. So how I get fired anyway? But even past jobs, because I have worked past jobs in the past, I wasn't getting fired. So what are you talking about? So you on your own with that one. You mad because Taco Bell and Del Taco done fired you a gang of times, and now you got to lie on your resume. A real one, if you work like me, if you work like me, you're an asset to any company that you work for. So it's not about getting fired. You're not getting fired. I left on my terms. You the one getting fired. So that was stupid. It was a correlation, boxing resume and working resume, but it's a stupid correlation because not everyone's body of work has them getting fired all the time. I mean, if you get fired from your jobs all the time, that's on you. And the fact that you're like that's I know for a fact that many of you want to talk boxing. You can never do what I do. You would never have a YouTube channel that pops. And if I'm wrong, prove me wrong. With your talking points, you start a YouTube channel and you get up here to the 300,000 range or whatever I'm at, and we'll see. Your talking points ain't gonna last. For example, why do jobs fire somebody? Punctuality, stealing, you high at work. Like, why does anyone even get fired? So how does that relate to like coming up short in the fight? Because the people that I know that have been fired from jobs, they broke company policy. Like they high at work or they're they're habitually late and not punctual, clocking in late, taking too many breaks and not on they're supposed to be on the clock. So what does that have to do with like Danny Garcia losing to Keith Thurman in a close fight? He drowning. He says that's the point. Boxing is his job. Bro, you're not really making the point. You're talking about someone getting fired from a 9 to 5 job, but if you think of the average, like if there's a list of the 5 most popular reasons why people have been fired, it's usually they didn't do their job well. Like they're coming late, they're on drugs, they're getting into arguments with customers, punctuality, whatever the case is. His job is to fight and win. Bro, I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link. Bro, I guarantee you're not gonna click that link because what you're saying sounds stupid. Shout out to Mystery Machines. That's what I'm saying. So Mike Tyson is not a legend because he lost fights. Roy Jones ain't a legend because he lost fights. Like that's not so Roberto Duran, he lost to Hector Camacho. He got knocked out by the Hitman Hearns. So why do people please tell me why people regard Roberto Duran as a legend? Somebody tell me. Why is why is Roberto Duran regarded as a legend? Because he beat Sugar Ray. But they fought 3 times and he lost 2 of them. So you best of 3, you lost. He also lost to Hector Camacho and William Joppy, and he got knocked out by Tommy Hearns. Back to back, if I'm not mistaken, he lost to Hagler in his next fight. He got knocked out by Hearns. So you lost to Hector Camacho, William Joppy, back to back fights with Hagler and Hearns. You lost best of 3 to Sugar Ray Robinson. You lost to Castro. Why do people regard Roberto Duran as a legend? And I'm not saying he shouldn't be, but I'm using your logic. Your logic is that doesn't count because you came up short. Danny Garcia's resume is null and void because he lost fights. So, okay, then why would the same rules not apply for Roberto Duran? And I just named a gang of fights that he lost off the top of my head. Let's see what his response is now. Hey, get this simple Simon Muff out my chat. Hey, block him. He said yes, but he beat him at least once. So you can lose more times than you win against a certain guy, and oh, but he beat him once. Get him out of here. Get get easy bands out. You're just wasting time. You're like irrelevant. You don't know boxing, and I just proved it. Get him off of my station, please. Block him. He out of here, bro. You sound yeah. It's all good for you because you're gonna go to the next channel and troll and say these stupid talking points. So yeah, it is all good. Get him out of here, bro. You just this is like that's what I'm saying. Boxing fans be like, "Oh, ego, you're wrong," and then it's like talking to a brick wall. They say the when boxing is getting soft. Boxing is getting soft where you prove people wrong and then they switch the argument. You prove people wrong and then they just say the next dumb thing. Boxing is getting soft. It's so crazy to me. Bro, his point of contention was Danny Garcia's resume is not good because he lost those fights. But here's the thing, using that logic, Terence Crawford didn't fight these people that Danny Garcia fought when he fought. So who knows what his resume would look like if he fought those people when Danny fought them. So that's how that works. My man Fort Greene Pharaoh said Pac-Man lost 6 times, been knocked out 4, yet the Filipinos regard him as a god. Only idiotic boxing fans don't revere a person for, like, for what they've accomplished because they lost. I mean, outside of Calzaghe, Floyd Mayweather, and Marciano, and a couple other people like Andre Ward, most fighters have lost. So we're not gonna give him credit for what they contributed to the boxing game because they lost. And like Muhammad Ali lost. So Muhammad Ali's not a legend because he lost. You see what I'm saying? Like Muhammad Ali, if I'm not mistaken, his last fight was a loss. Trevor Burbick, right? You got why is Ray Robinson regarded as the greatest fighter of all time? And his last fight ever was a loss. He lost to Archer. So it's like, what are you guys telling me? This is what happens all the time in boxing. They say ego don't know what he's talking about when it comes to boxing, and then when it comes time to put up or shut up, I always put up. Crawford, his resume is cool at best. Errol Spence, that's the see, and Danny Garcia fought Errol Spence before Crawford. So how does like once again, we're the dialogue we're having is Danny Garcia's resume. Does Danny have a better resume than Crawford? I say yes. They have Terence Crawford's best victory is Errol Spence. That's a guy that Danny Garcia fought. Now we're talking about resume. I'm not saying Danny is more skilled than Crawford. We're just talking about who you fought and when you fought them. And we're talking about the totality of your resume. Yeah, Danny lost to Errol Spence and Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence. Cool. So he one upped him there. But I'm talking about the totality of your resume. Like, for example, listen, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Name a win that per the division and the timing was better than Danny Garcia beating Lucas Matisse that Crawford has. I'll wait. Notice I said timing. Factor in the timing too. All things considered, name a win that Crawford has that's better than Danny Garcia beating Lucas Matisse. I'll wait. See, some of you guys just started watching boxing like this year or the last few years. So you look at an older fight like 2013 Lucas Matisse, Danny Garcia, and then you completely disregard it because you probably never even watched the fight. You don't even know who Lucas Matisse was at that given time and where Danny was. You just thinking about Danny today and like, oh, he lost to a couple guys. So that's what you're regarding it as. Name a Crawford. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I can't get no work. Crawford beating Kell Brook is better. Oh wow, bro. I, the man said Crawford's win over Kell Brook at the time in which Crawford fought Kell Brook is better than Lucas Matisse. So Matisse had 2 losses, but if you know boxing, they shouldn't have been losses. It was to Zab Judah and it was to um what's the name? Alexander. And if you watch the fights, he really should have won those fights. So he really was an undefeated fighter. But boxing politics, they had him losing. This man said Kell Brook after Triple G bashed his eye up and Errol Spence bashed his other eye up at home, and he said he was depressed and he was going through depression, and he's claiming that was a better win than Matisse at the time. Man, stop. Bro, see, I told you, I'm the best in boxing history. I'm the best in boxing. When I say my points, they seem like radical to the haters and, "Oh, why would you say that?" But then when they go to argue their points, we see who knows what they talking about. My man said Kell Brook was at the end of his career. What the F? And he said Sean Porter. Okay, Sean Porter was a podcaster, and it was his last fight. Danny ruined Matisse, bro. Man, Matisse had just recently stretched Lamont Peterson, a very durable game guy at the time, and like the way he disposed of him was crazy. Matisse was considered a huge threat. Like he was even the favorite over Danny Garcia, and it was a big card. Danny Garcia showed up in a big way. Like, bro, Crawford fought against Porter after Danny Garcia. He fought against Errol Spence after Danny Garcia. He's never fought Keith Thurman. Danny Garcia fought Amir Khan like 9 years before Crawford fought him. So stop playing. Y'all want me to be wrong, but I can never be wrong when I'm right. Amir Khan at 140, that was probably his best division because he had beat Zab Judah and he was super fast in the division, you know. And Danny Garcia knocked out that version of Amir Khan, who was the favorite. Danny was beating favorites. Crawford ain't never beat anyone that was favored to beat him in the last several years. Now, Crawford himself, he gonna tell you that Jeff Horn was the favorite. Jeff Horn was no favorite, bro. Ain't nobody thought Jeff Horn was gonna beat Crawford unless you from Australia or something. And then that's annoying. Ain't nobody really thought that. Ain't nobody picking anybody outside of Errol Spence maybe to beat Crawford. And I believe he was still the favorite over Errol Spence. So that's cap. So Crawford ain't even came in as an underdog in many moves. Lucas Matisse knocked Danny Mouthpiece in the 8th row, and Danny didn't go down. Facts. Bro, Crawford ain't he let him tell it. He an underdog. You ain't been no underdog, bro. On dead homies. There ain't never been no underdog in any recent fight. So people like because I even seen it. People were saying Arrow got in a car accident, Arrow detached retina. So I still thought Errol Spence could do it because I didn't think Crawford would get off on him like exactly how he did. So credit to him. But realistically speaking, that was just my opinion on the fight. You know what I mean? The sports bet and the sports book, they didn't have Crawford losing. I mean, even all the boxing legends, Roy Jones, they were all Tarver, they was all picking Crawford. Bro, I'm telling you, Crawford ain't never he really hasn't. And then when Tio's saying the handicap stuff, I mean, he's right. Kell Brook eye was messed up from 2 fights. Uh, Jose Benavidez got shot in the leg, and Errol Spence, he came out with the cataract thing. I mean, whether you believe it or not, that's things that look believable, like, and most of it is provable. Like, I can prove through pictures that Jose Benavidez got shot in the leg. We can prove through X-rays and reports that Kell Brook, both his eyes was messed up, and he had to get orbital surgery and all that from the Triple G and Spence fights. So the only one in question, I guess you could say, is Errol Spence if he's telling the truth. But I mean, I highly doubt the man is in wheelchairs and all that stuff. My man Prince Savage knows his stuff. He said Sean Porter had arthritis in his hip. That's what I'm saying. Crawford. Crawford keep fighting. Like, that's why I don't even a lot of people, they wanna see the Jermell Charlo fight. I didn't want Jermell to fight Canelo. So now he got trouble with his girl and all this stuff, lost to Canelo bad, got dropped. I don't even care about that fight. I wanted to see the fight if he didn't move up in weight. You dig? So, yeah, Crawford, he really has not been the underdog in none of these occasions. See, shout out to my man Prince Savage. And see, listen, if I'm lying, I'm flying. My man said I want to see Bud versus Boots. That literally Boots, I'm not even being funny. Bud versus Boots would literally be the first fight where you look at it and there's nothing you could take away from Boots, right? If Crawford beat Boots, you would officially be solidified because Boots ain't been in a car accident. Boots don't have cataracts. Boots don't have he wasn't ejected from a car and hit asphalt. He doesn't have like inactivity. He doesn't have detached retinas. He doesn't have I got shot in the leg and my mobility is in question. He doesn't have Amir Khan's chin. He hasn't looked suspect in his recent fights. And he's younger, and he's bigger, and he's dynamic, and he's a switch hitter. And then Crawford is saying everything but I'll fight Boots. He's talking about Boots is fighting in small venue. So I personally don't buy it. I think that would be an amazing fight. And okay, why is Crawford so anti fighting Boots? Like, oh, it's a lose lose for me, and he's never filled out an arena and whatever he's saying. Okay, so Mean Machine and Amir Khan at the time you fought, they were filling out arenas. Felix Diaz, like, what are we talking about? Like, honestly, and y'all let this stuff fly because you like the guy. I don't understand it. Boots would be the first fight where it's like kinda like a guy with no handicap, no nothing, like, nothing but upside unless Crawford beat him and showed that he wasn't at that level, and then Crawford doesn't seem all too interested in making that fight. He just keep talking about, "Oh, y'all said the same thing about Errol." Bro, Errol's in his own unique position because he had, like, injuries in the accident. I mean, y'all can say whatever you want, "Oh, it's excuses." The man, we all watched the video, he flew through a car. Even though it seemingly he bounced back, to think that nothing was taken away from him, I don't really it's just yeah, he didn't break bones, that's good, but at the same time, like, he probably has some lingering, like, issues and stuff from that, and then anybody that wants it's like, I know people who've been shot. Here's an example. I know people feel shot. If it get real cold out, it's like rheumatoid arthritis. They have issues because they got shot. Like, if you think that stuff like that doesn't change you, I don't know what to tell you. I know people who've been shot, and sometimes they just ache, and it's, like, hard for them to get out of bed. I know people confined to wheelchairs and things like that, and it's like their body is not operating at the same optimal level that it was operating before they got shot, and a lot not like, "Oh, a bullet grazed you." I'm talking about people who got shot up, like, really shot. They have joint pain and stuff like that. See, my man Prince Savage, he from Bompton. He said, "I was twice and I can't handle the cold anymore." That's what I'm saying. It's like, if you think that type of stuff has no bearing on your future, then you're wrong. It's like even athletes, they have like Derrick Rose or something. You have a MCL, ACL tears and stuff like that. I mean, some people maybe feel exactly the same, but I think a lot of people still suffer when they have these big, gruesome injuries, and it's not necessarily the same. They're not the same athlete after going through it. Even if it's like surgically repaired and you got the tendon like look at Sergio Martinez. He ain't never looked the same. After the Chavez Jr. fight, he never in none of his other fights did he ever look like the Martinez before the injury. Crawford and Canelo have a million excuses for not fighting certain dudes. See, Kamal gonna body y'all. Bud wants no parts of Boots. Canelo is ducking Benavidez and Morrell. Haney's camp capped hard about contacting Subriel Matias. Bro, it's the same things we keep seeing in boxing. Like, notice this. When it's a great fight with no obstacles, for real, people tell you that, oh, why should I fight this guy and stuff like that. I mean, Kell Brook did it to Errol Spence. He was like, why should I fight him? I want to fight Pacquiao and blah, blah, blah. And then when they fought, you seen why he didn't want to fight him. And then this is the cold part about boxing. There's fights where there's actual clear cut obstacles in making the fight, and then that's the fight that the fans are pushing for. So you're pushing for the fight that has inherent issues like Tank and Devin Haney, and it's just very clear obstacles that would get in the way of that particular fight possibly happening. That's the fight you're pushing for. But then Crawford is working with PBC, and so is Jerron Boots Ennis, and then you act like that fight shouldn't happen. I mean, boxing is funny. It's like a big soap opera. It truly is. You got fights that aren't really realistic, and then people act like they're realistic. And then the fights that should be realistic, they don't even talk about. That's truly what happens in this sport. Like, people wanna talk about Tank and Shakur Stevenson, another Frank Martin and Shakur Stevenson. There are inherent obstacles to try to make that fight, networks and size of the street and stuff. Meanwhile, Lomachenko is with Top Rank. Shakur is with Top Rank. Murataya is with Top Rank. Nobody but myself is frequently talking about fights that should be easy in-house fights to make, but then they want to overplay the more exaggerated, harder to produce fights, which sounds stupid. Any in-house fight has an easier chance of being made. Point blank, period. If you say anything else, then you don't know the business. Devin was with Top Rank. Shakur was with Top Rank for Devin was at least there for 3 fights, never fought Shakur Stevenson. But then the pressure is for Tank to fight everybody. But why, when Devin did 3 fights, why couldn't the last one, instead of being Lomachenko, why couldn't it be Shakur Stevenson? Why can't Shakur Stevenson fight Murataya? That's a good fight. But a lot of years is bums and gossip queens. So you want to focus in on the fights that you know aren't realistic and call outs that you know aren't realistic rather than putting pressure on the fights that should be easy to get done. There's no reason Shakur should not fight Lomachenko because there's no obstacle. There's no like Loma's with these people and Shakur's on a different side. Shakur's calling out Loma. Loma's supposed to be the top rated lightweight. Shakur's the top rated lightweight. Why are they not fighting? So don't tell me about Tank not fighting all these other dudes. Tell me about the in-house fights that ain't getting made. And listen, 2024 is gonna be there's a new sheriff in town. There's gonna be some changes. We're not on the clickbait and all this goofy bullshit y'all talking about. If the in-house fight don't get made, don't tell me about no in-house fights that aren't getting made and be crying about it. They crying in the comment section. Oh, why won't Tank fight these non-PBC people? Oh, okay. Why won't the in-house fights be made? What Ryan was with DAZN, Devin Haney with DAZN. Why they not fighting? So until boxing can clean that up and force the easier to make fights on the same networks, don't tell me about Jamal Charlo with PBC needed to fight Andrade when he was with DAZN. When they not even making the in-house fights that seemingly there's nothing blocking it from happening. It's all a diversion. Kamal Oz. They demand everything from PBC affiliated fighters, according to corporate media and fanboys. PBC has to jump through hoops to make fights, yet not others. That's what I'm talking about. That's why boxing, we gotta clean this up in 2024. You can listen to me, listen to whoever. I'm coming. Ego Valley, Death Row East, believe in it. Because this why I don't get riled up about Ryan and Devin. I knew they wasn't finna fight. Y'all the ones getting souped up because it's gossip, because you some gossipy little babies, and boxing is getting soft. And I blame the fans because y'all not coming out and attacking the real issues. You're making it real political, where you wanna focus on the goofy that's not even a realistic, but you don't wanna like, let me get to this super chat because 'cause y'all pissing me off. Fort Greene Farrell, Bud beat an unfocused, long layoff, injured, weight drain Spence, period. See, let's go. Let's go. Y'all not focusing on the real issue. That's my problem. So until the real issues in boxing are handled, then I don't care about all these other gimmicky, clickbaity issues. Don't tell me about Tank not fighting outsiders to PBC, but then in-house fights aren't even being made by the same people. So like, for example, if Shakur Stevenson fought Murataya, beat him, fought Lomachenko, beat him, and then there was no one left but Tank on PBC, all right, that make a little bit more sense. But you ain't even cleaned up your side of the street. Like people mad at Errol Spence. They say, "Oh, Errol Spence, why he want to clean up on the side of the street?" That makes the most sense. Easy in-house fights to make. At the time, these people were champions like Ugas, and they were respected fighters like Porter, who was a champion with the WBC. He cleaned up his side of the street. There was no one left. Then he fought Terence Crawford. That's that's making a strategy and a game plan. Let me handle all of this easy work, like not just easy work because the Porter fight was tough. But what I'm saying is like easy in terms of easy to facilitate business wise. Let me handle that. And now that that's complete, we move on to the fight with Crawford. Crawford kept kicking ass, kept winning. Errol kept kicking ass, winning. Then they fought. That's how it should be. Like in basketball, the two teams at the end in the finals, those are the teams that made it as far as you can make it. Now they square off. So it's much, much easier. I expect Ego to spit like Eminem goes without saying. Absolutely. But you got a lot of backwards bullshit in boxing where people they want to focus and stress the stuff that doesn't even make sense in the natural order of things, and then they want to put pressure on the wrong things. Did we get him? Shout out to Prince Savage. And that's goofy to me. Y'all goofy. Bro, there's a lot of people in boxing, I'm telling you, if it weren't for boxing, I wouldn't have nothing to do with y'all. I wouldn't look at you, I wouldn't talk to you, I wouldn't have any contact with you because you square, because you goofy, and I don't keep this weirdo soft energy around me. Straight up. There's some real good people in boxing like Prince Savage, like Mystery Machines, like Kamal Oz, like Kenya B, Ego's Army. Man, I'm riding with them all day. But there's a lot of this weirdo energy in boxing. Miss me with that. You know what I mean? Like if I say something, this is the energy I'm talking about. If I say my opinion and you don't happen to like it, I'm biased. I say my opinion on Ryan Garcia's move and oh, you hate Devin Haney. Why the he from the Bay, I'm from the Bay. Why would I hate him? Why would I just go to his last fight if I hated him? You sound stupid. But just because we don't align with every single talking point doesn't mean there's any love lost. You see what I'm saying? Like again, this is soft beta male energy that I consistently see in the world of boxing where they treat this like this is gang. This ain't street to me. This ain't like I don't know what streets y'all come from. This ain't streets. Like, oh, I'm riding with this fighter and da, da, da. Listen, sometimes Teofimo's in his bag, he might be cooking. Sometimes Teo does some things to me that is goofy or weird or I don't agree with. But that's everybody in boxing. There's not one boxer that I agree with everything they did, but y'all are goofy. So some people, they fashion it like, let's say it's Devin Haney. Nothing Devin Haney has said, done, his team has said and done, he's never is never questioned. Or Ryan Garcia or Canelo or whoever the person is. I don't operate like that because I'm not a weirdo. I ain't a weirdo. So I'm not gonna agree. I don't have to see eye to eye with every single talking point for every single person. That don't mean I don't like them or enjoy their fights and stuff. But y'all, this is the goofy time y'all on. I don't play these little baby games. Like Floyd Mayweather, there was times where I love Floyd, you know? Like I ain't ashamed, he, like, did a lot for boxing. But when he was did what he did with Gucci, and he was like, "I'm shopping here anyway," and he was talking about Donald Sterling after he had those racist tapes, and he was like, "Man, Sterling cool to me." Like, wasn't cool, but, you know, to each his own. I'm just telling you my opinion. Hey, Errol Spence cooking Ishe Smith. Let's go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Boxing, too much soft behavior, and then some of y'all support it and go along with it. Miss me. No, I don't want don't involve me in nothing that's soft. Y'all mashed potato, baby soft. Don't mention my name. Don't put me in nothing to do with that. Like people, like for example, people want me to say what you want me to say about Tank. I ain't saying nothing because you want me to say it. Get that out of your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you the world as I see it, boxing, da 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 da. And at the end of the day, you know I'm always right. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, you already know what it is. So I'm not changing nothing. I'm not changing nothing. It's like you can't even have a straight up and down conversation anymore without goofy energy in boxing. Like Errol Spence, people disrespecting him. People are like, "Oh, you lied about you're making excuses." Why you gotta make an excuse 6 months later? What are you talking? So you don't believe the cataract surgery, he lying about it. Is that what he just hopped in a wheelchair and put gauze and tape and patches on his eye just just 'cause? Come on, bro. And meanwhile, you let that boy O'Hara Davis, he said he said that this boy said he lost to Barroso because of the hotel, they didn't have no oxygen. Man, get this man out of here, bro. It's over. I don't listen, the UK, I love my fans in the UK, but it's over.
They've got they've got casinos downstairs in basically every hotel. Okay, so they had a casino on the ground floor in this hotel, and people don't know that.
Bro, he just sound like somebody lying. Oh, they got the hotels and, you know, they got these hotel like, bro, stop it, dog.
What they do in the casinos, they make the temperature perfect. They put more oxygen into the air. This isn't a conspiracy, you know.
The man said it's not a conspiracy, but it's exactly that. Just listen.
This is actually facts. I've spoken about this to many people.
Man, who the hell you talk to about this?
A lot of people involved in the hotel business, and people don't know that what they do in the casinos, they make the temperature perfect. They put more oxygen into the air. This isn't a conspiracy, you know. This is actually facts. I've spoken about this to many people. A lot of people involved in the hotel business, in the casino business.
Man, I could tell by that cough you lying. Bro, that's how you can tell when a nigga lying with that cough.
Involved in the hotel business, in the casino business
That
that are in the
cough.
hotels, and
Listen.
they pump extra oxygen into the atmosphere in the casino so that people can be there all day gambling, and not be tired. That's why you go to certain ones. You see people there from morning till night. They're not tired. They don't need no sleep because they're pumping more oxygen into the air that people just don't need to sleep. And
So people don't need to sleep.
in our bedrooms, it had big air vents in the fucking bedrooms. And then I realized I was up at I was going to bed about 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. I'm just laying down. I can't sleep. I'll be on my phone, scrolling through Instagram. And while I was doing that at 3 in the morning, I realized the other people that are here with me, there was about 6 of us. They were on Instagram too. I'm thinking, what are you doing up at this time? They're thinking, what are you doing up at this time? You're fucking fired. I'm like, I can't sleep. They're like, I can't sleep too. In my mind, I'm thinking maybe it's just the jet lag, it's the after effects of the jet lag or whatever.
Listen.
We had big air vents in every room.
Bro, the man is mad because the hotel room had air ducts
that was in the hotels. And this is what I should have known. This is what I should have known. What we should have done, I should have realized this earlier. Got out of the hotel, booked Airbnb, and stayed in an Airbnb. Las Vegas.
Bro, get him out of here. The man said he got knocked out in the first round because they pumped more oxygen into the casino room floor, but then in the hotel room upstairs, there ain't enough oxygen, so he couldn't sleep. Get this man off my screen, bro. I don't want to hear from no British boxer ever again after that. Come on, it's too far. Bro, it's too far. Bro, the man said the hotel room cut his oxygen supply, so he got knocked out by this old ass Barroso. Bro, the British teeth is over. I ain't never heard that. Bro, you a lie because I be in Vegas. That's my second home. That room, I slept like a baby. You lying, cuz. On dead homies, you lying. I slept like a baby in Vegas. I had no problem sleeping. And you don't have no problem sleeping when Barroso hit you with that hook. Barroso did. Bro, Barroso got you up out of here. You talking about it ain't got enough oxygen in the room. And okay. That incoherent babble that he was just saying, let me pretend I believe you, which I don't. But let me pretend I believe you. Hypothetically, let's say this myth is true and they didn't put no oxygen, like just your room, because you a fighter, they trying to sabotage you, like whatever. So he's saying the rooms ain't have enough oxygen, they got air vents, and the hotel casino room floor, you know, the floor level is better oxygenated, whatever, right? Why Barroso in the same hotel? Why he knock you out? Virgil Ortiz got a first round knockout too. So they ain't had no problem sleeping and sleeping their opponents, but you did. How that makes sense? And y'all be talking about Errol Spence making excuses. Oh, but Errol, his cataract. Bro, the man has gauze over his eye. This man out here got knocked out in one round. Errol didn't get knocked out in one round. That man still was fighting to the death. Didn't even want the fight stopped. We talking about excuses. That's an excuse. The man said his room ain't have enough oxygen. So it's called fight week. It's not like fight day. So if you knew you couldn't sleep, why wouldn't you make other accommodations? Like, man, let me get this Airbnb. Why would you sit and suffer if you're like, man, I got this big fight, this old motherfucker from Venezuela. He got cracks. I can't sleep in this hotel. Yeah, bro, you got sleep apnea. Man, boxing crazy, bro. Y'all coming up with any excuse. The man said he couldn't sleep. And this is how dumb that was. He said he couldn't sleep, so he woke up and got on Instagram. It's literally the worst thing you could do because your phone emits a blue light. And they tell you, like, this is linked to scientific studies, that blue light signals your brain and keeps your brain from producing melatonin. So blue light, getting on Instagram is the worst thing you can do. Getting on your phone is the worst thing you can do because of the blue light. So that's your fault. You couldn't sleep and you got on the phone. Do some push-ups. You'll be able to fall asleep. Do push-ups till you can't. Bro, there's other ways to do it. You gonna get on your phone and then blame the room. I ain't never heard that as an excuse, bro. Never. The man said the MGM or wherever they were staying didn't put the oxygen in the room. Get him out of here, bro. That's an excuse. I don't think Errol Spence is lying or nothing about his eye. Bro, we know he went through an accident, high speeds of travel, flew out the car. You knew that probably came with something. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like some damage. You know, even though you didn't break bones, you still got some lingering damage there. So stop it. My man said Nintendo made me lose. Facts. Anyway, shout out to y'all. I got some things to do. So I'll holler at y'all. I got more videos I'll be dropping, so stay tuned to the channel. You dig? He said watching Power Book made me lose. Yeah, these dudes is crazy. I'm gonna holler at y'all.